Hello everyone and welcome back to Ladida Plays. Today I felt like doing some FTL, so we're gonna go do some FTL. For those who don't know, FTL is a sort of choose your own adventure game to a degree. We're gonna just do a default ship. You can see a list of all of the ships I haven't looked so far. For some reason my achievements have been reset. I have got most of these achievements. I have unlocked all of these ships previously in time. I never got the slug cruiser and I have never got the unidentified cruiser, although I do know about them. I also don't have any type B layouts or type C layouts anymore, which have been reverted for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, so we're gonna get this ship layout. This is gonna see it a lot. We're gonna be looking to do some of these achievements, which have 6 unique aliens, have 11 systems installed at one time, or repair from 1 to full HP. This game is by the same creators of the game called Into the Breach. This game was actually its predecessor. It's not their spiritual successor. It is no way related to them other than they got the same developers. So you're gonna maybe see some similarities. Mainly the HP of the ship is one that catches my eye, because the gameplay is completely different, and we're gonna see that as we go. I'm gonna walk you through. We're gonna do it on normal difficulty. We're gonna actually do it on easy difficulty. I haven't played this game in actually years now, but it was a great game when I played it, and I think I've played it a combined 100 hours or something? Oh, no, I just quickly checked. I have 200 hours into this game, and I actually played this game a lot at school as well, because it functions as a pause anytime real-time game. It's great. Alright, so story is, we are rebels. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: death. Remember, losing is part of the fun. I'm serious. And it is to a degree. You can get some heroic stories in this game. So, there's new buttons that I'm not familiar with. Or at least, this used to look different at least. Huh. Looks fancy now. Anyway. So, we got our 2 guns, we powered them by just clicking them. We're going to turn on auto fire for the start of it. And you can notice as well, if I disable them or enable them, they pop in and out of the ship over here. Over here is our total energy bar, my apologies. We're going to have 2 points in shields for now, because every 2 points gives us one of these bars. And you can see as well the bubble around our ship. If we disable it, that bubble goes away, this goes away. But it only works in increments of 2. The engines gives us faster FTL charge in combat, as well as dodge chance that is portrayed up here. Otherwise, dodge chance, basically every time you fire a weapon it is going to hit, regardless of what happens, unless the dodge chance procs. That's the only time that you will not hit. So that's actually a fairly different from a lot of other type of games of this sort of style, where you might have a chance to hit, something like XCOM or something. The mouse is really framey because of the recording. It'll be fine. Right, medic bay. That means in this room, when it's enabled, if we have our people move into this room. Oh my god, guys! I'm quickly gonna turn off some stuff, because my god, why is it so slow? Oh, it just gets worse over time. I'm gonna save and quit. And then we're going to quickly reboot. And yes, this is going to be part of the video because I don't feel like editing anything today. Oh no, it does get immediately bad again though. Maybe if I do something like on native and then restart again. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's because I've stretched it that it doesn't like it at all. Keep screen settings. This, it was fine for a while and then it wasn't. As soon as the capturing software kicks in, it seems to really get slowed down a lot. Plan B, guys. I'm just gonna have full screen off. Troubleshooting in a video, who would have thought? Makes for an interesting viewing experience, I'm sure. Come on, stop being a running program. Yes. Continue. Okay, so for the video it's not going to make any difference, but for me I am now playing on a windowed screen. And I'm going to readjust so that things look okay. Don't hold on for a moment, guys. Come on. Give me the benefit of the doubt here. I'm not bad, I'm sure. Alright. Let's stretch out a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of a black bar on the bottom of the screen, but I don't care enough. There's actually a little bit of a black bar on either side, actually. Oh well, I don't care enough. Guys, you're going to have to live with it. As am I. Alright. So, as I was talking before, medic bay. If our guys are damaged and the medic bay is energized, we will heal. But since we have no need for it, we're actually going to get a little bit of extra dodge. Oxygen, that's what it says. If the oxygen is not on, we slowly lose oxygen in the ship. It's also displayed up here, and you can also see it in the rooms because the room background tiles will turn slightly more red. And then the weapon systems, they display their power necessities up here. And then there's also rocketry weapons, which require missiles. These are a finite number. We can buy them more as the playthrough goes on, but nothing special. And then over on the right side we have subsystems, which we can't turn off or on. We have the piloting, which is required to evade, like our evasion chance is 0 if no one is piloting, and to charge the FTL. Sensors are what we can see in our ship or in their ship in terms of power. Like, we can see where their power is distributed if we upgrade this. And the doors, if we are ever going to get invaded or boarded, enemies are going to want to go through these doors. And these doors provide almost nothing in terms of stopping power. And there's also these two buttons. This opens all the doors. If we double click this, the doors to the outside will also open, meaning we will start venting oxygen. And the button above it will close everything. I think with that, I've covered pretty much everything. We got drones here, but these don't mean anything at the moment. We have fuel, which means this is the amount of times that we can jump before we would need more fuel. And scrap, which is a currency of sorts, which we also use to upgrade our ship. Because in this screen, we can choose to upgrade things. But that's not so important for now. We're just going to start and go to our first node. And we're not going to go to the store because we don't have too much scrap, actually. An especially well-armored pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. We can drill straws and send a crew member over to the slavers, or we will never surrender to our crew or to the slavers. And we are not gonna surrender to the slavers. Because why would you? So, immediately I pause. What are we gonna do? My weapon's already charging, as we can see. What we want to do is we want to either disable the shields, weapons, or something like that. So you can actually make sure that if we target their I forgot what it's called now. Their bridge, if we target this and we actually hit it, they will lose all evasion chance and they will stop charging FTL. If we hit the shields, their shields will go away. Engines, same type of deal. Weapons, we can actually disable all of their weaponry. And at the moment, they have an ion cannon, which will take away some of our power temporarily, and a rocket launcher. And it's an important thing to know that rockets ignore shields. So what we're going to do is, we're going to target everything on their weapon systems. And then we're going to hope that we're going to be the first ones to fire. And since they don't have any energy-based weapons, or weapons that actually suffer from being shielded, right, so they see that one of our weapons has been disabled, and both of their weapons have been disabled, so we are going to fire there now. Now, their rocket has come back online, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it shouldn't be too bad. We are going to go back over here and make sure that we can hopefully evade in time. No. We go hit again, but it's fine. We surrender to take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway, because their hull got really low and they're slavers. They don't like it at all. We are going to accept Big B as a crew member. Doing that stops all combat. We can't fight them anymore. If you got something already en route to them, it will still go en route, and if it kills them, you will still get the rewards as well. Which is almost never consequential, but it's still useful to know. So, we noticed that a couple of our people have been damaged. I'm going to send those over to the med bay, get healed up, and then we're going to send them back to their location, like so. Take away that power. Bigby is a new crew member. He is a Rockman, and Rockman have more health, and they are immune to fire. As you might have seen, they started a fire, I think, in our ship, but the Rockman wouldn't take any damage from this. Right, so this is another store. We don't really want to go to the store because we still have no extra scrap because we haven't actually killed anything. They just offered as a crew member. This beacon has been built for a nearby civilian space station. No one hails your ship. Okay. Nothing much happens. Now you can see this red bubble. We want to outrun this bubble, if anything. We want to hit as many nodes without hitting the bubble. Because if we hit the bubble, we are going to get attacked by via the Federation, and I forgot what they are called. Yeah. You attack two ships, one chasing another. Scan to show the pursuer is a pirate. We're going to aid the civilian ship. We are the Federation, but because we're on a rescue mission for our own faction, that doesn't mean we can't step in to destroy some filthy pirates. Damn filthy bandits. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. So, power again. This time they have an energy weapon. All we gotta do is make sure that their shields go offline, and then we can just ham fire the weapons until they die. And we're only gonna use one rocket this time, because last time we used 2 rockets, and we only have a finite amount of rockets. I prefer to not lose all our rockets on easier combats. Right, disable that one. There we go, shields and weapons are all disabled, and we have taken no damage. Now before they can repair enough shields, we will be firing again, which will in all likelihood kill them. There we go. The pirate ship breaks apart, you hasten to contact the civilian ship. We got 1 missile back, we got a drone, and we got some scrap. Contact the civilian ship. The sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damage as thanks. So they repaired our hull, which is very nice indeed. It saves me some scrap later on. The stress beacon is coming from civilian ships. It appears it's being chased by a pirate. So, this doesn't happen too often, guys. Trust me, this game has a lot of events. It's pure unluckiness that we got into the same one twice in a row. But it is fine. They actually have a little bit more of a ship going on. So they've got a mine layer, which is a little bit annoying, but shouldn't be much of an issue at all still. A mine layer is basically the same as a missile, but it has no chance to miss? Or something of those lines? It depends. They serve different roles. You can have mine layers that actually focus on killing crew members rather than the ship. And if you destroy all the crew members of the enemy ship, you get a lot more rewards. Because of our sensors, we can see where their doors open up, but we can't see where they are. We just have to extrapolate that in our mind world. The pirate ship breaks apart, you hasten to contact the civilian ship. We got another missile back, we got some more scrap. And they offer the same thing, but we have no hull damage, so they don't do anything for us. Right, we're gonna go up here, see what's up here. The nearby planet shows signs of habitation and great beauty. A rudimentary automated planetary defense system is looping its message into space. Warning, quarantine level 5 in effect under FHA Act 22, Article 11.2. Warning, quarantine level 5. And it then just loops onwards and onwards. Nothing much of consequence. So let's take this time to see. We can do this, and then we can have another bubble of shield, as long as we only have 1 of our 2 weapons powered. Which is very nice early on. The only time you take shield energy off really is when there is a ship that has missiles. But this ship, since it only has 2 beam weapons, we're going to attack it. A black market weapons trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. Well, we could buy an unknown weapon for 45 scrap, but we don't have that. We can ignore it or we can attack. Well, I'm feeling pretty confident at the moment. They sent a drone our way. This is a hack bay. Why can they send a drone? So a hack bay means they can send that towards us, and whatever system it attaches to, whenever they press a button, that system will get disabled for a small period of time. Which means if they disable the oxygen, we start losing oxygen for a while. If we do the shields, all our shields will slowly drain, and then we will be disabled for a while, as opposed to regenerating. So, depending on where it's landing, we're going to decide where to do it. So they're disabling our headquarters, which is not that much of a problem, because regardless of that, they won't be able to hit us. So instead, we're going to target their engines so they can't actually escape at all. Even if they start wanting to escape, they won't have any engines to do so. So now we can see down here as well that there's a hacked drone on top of our ship, which is not that bad. They shoot us twice, but we have 2 shields, so there is no problems at all. The enemy ship appears to be powering his FTLs, trying to escape. Sadly for him, he will not be able to get far. There we go. This is a new UI. So, I keep forgetting what to call it. Our piloting location was disabled for a little bit, which was displayed up here as well, and it was disabled at a... Oh, English language, don't fail me now. It was also displayed on top of this thing by all the electricity. When that also happens, no one can enter or leave said room as well. Right, since it's only here, also you can see that all the nodes within the bubble have started to... oh, the rebels. They are the rebels, we are the Federation. So we actually try to save our Federation from the rebels. But since they have control of this location now, because they are chasing us, these nodes are all very dangerous. And in here, it already starts. They are about to gain control. Right, let's continue onwards. Outrunning these rebel scum. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. Wow, I have never heard such a toll. Too bad. You will regret this decision. I'm sure I won't. So they have nothing capable of coming through our shields again, so we're going to target shields and then we're going to target engines. So let's see. Nothing much will happen because even if they manage to hit both, we will never take damage from these type of ships. Now we are playing on easy, mind you. Normally we would already get ships that already have burst lasers as well, such as mine, which means they will shoot more than twice. The shield is disabled, but you might have seen that a little word called resist showed up even when I hit it, which means they don't take any hull damage, even though the system does still get damaged if it can still be damaged. It's a perk of the rock ship. Why am I paused? I don't know. And as every time we regenerate as well, we get our crew member a little bit more skilled in whatever field they are pursuing, which means our Rockman is getting a little bit more adept at shielding, our Gunman is getting more adept at firing, which basically means they start firing faster and shield starts regenerating quicker. And in terms of engine and captaining, I think it's FTL charge as well as dodge chance. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape, but sadly for him, he does not have any engines to do so. Now he does, but we should still be way in time. Oh, but we did miss one though. That's a little bit annoying. Oh no, jump is imminent. They're gonna get away. Shoot! Shoot! No! Oh, the pirate jumped away. Sadly, that one miss cost us that encounter. Well, you can't win them all, guys. Even on easy. There are a number of privately owned ship constructions platforms in these areas. You find that one that has a slot open for some immediate work. Inquire about their speciality. They offer to upgrade your piloting systems in exchange for some scrap. Agree to the exchange. You let their team on board and after a short time they finish their work. Upgraded piloting by 1, which only costed me 9 scrap, which would normally have cost me I think 25. So there we go. Great deal. So in here we can see that even now, when there is no one piloting the ship, we still have 50% of our normal evasion, which would be 10%. Which means we can start sending Bob over to other systems where they need repairing as well, at the cost of 10% dodge chance, which at the moment doesn't seem too bad. You arrive in an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout has been stationed over here. Prepare for fight. We have been mind controlled. So this system over here with little swirly icon means they have a mind control thing. Now Steve has never liked this very much. Steve and Bob, they have a little bit of a rough patch behind them. They used to go after the same girl. Dave as well, but Dave just sat by the wayside because Dave never had the chance, let's face it. Now Steve doesn't like it so much that he was susceptible to their mind control and is now going to start working for them, which means he's going to start disrupting our engines. Now we don't like that very much But on the other hand, we don't want to kill Steve, because if we kill this thing, the mind control will stop going into effect. So what we're going to do is, we're going to just shoot right there. Also, since we are in an asteroid belt, we're going to be constantly assailed by asteroids. Alright, so here we see that there's fire on board. Now the easiest way, if you guys might know this from real life, the easiest way to take out a fire is to take away its fuel. And its fuel, in many cases, is oxygen. Now, if we open up all these doors, the oxygen will flow out and the fire will die off on its own. In the meantime, we're going to set our rock dude in there as well to assist a little bit more. Now, Steve has calmed down, you know, he's talked a little bit with Bob over the comms, and you know, he's fine now. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. There we go. So now you can see that these tiles have changed to a red and white striped pattern, which means there is no oxygen in there and the unit inside will take damage. We're going to close them up again, and we're going to open all doors so that the oxygen actually spreads around a bit more efficiently. Now that is done with, we are going to power up our medic bay and quickly move our rockman in there. Just, you know, patch him up a little bit. He lost a couple of pebbles somehow because of oxygen deprivation, which doesn't make really any much sense, but we're going to go with it anyway. Right, easy enough combat. Alright, now, my guess is that I still have 2 more jumps until they capture the exit beacon, which is annoying. So we're going to go over here and we're going to see if the next time they start taking over the exit beacon. You detect a rebel scout on an attacker approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Let's intervene to defend the outpost. The rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move in to engage. So, they got a drone bay. As you can see here, we have some drone parts as well, but we don't have a drone bay to use those with. Now, drones come in all shapes and sizes. What the hell was that word? All shapes and sizes. This one in particular is just a basic burst laser drone. And outside of that, they don't seem to have any weapons other than a laser beam. Now, the interesting thing about laser beam is they don't penetrate shields at all. They don't even take them away. So in order to do damage, they need to take out my shields. Now, this drone is only rarely going to be able to fire quick enough in succession to take away both my shields. And then the chances also, the plans have to align for him, for his laser to be charged up at that exact point in time to fire through it. You know what? I'm going to take a bet that they will not get this far. I'm going to take away their shields, and then I'm going to take away their piloting. Or engines, rather, sorry. And we're actually going to get a little bit more engine power as well. There we go. So it will just continue to hover around our ship and just fire quick laser beams, and it's not going to matter at all. The only time where he will be able to fire twice quick in succession if he moves like from here to here or something, or from there to there on a very short distance, and then he gets to shoot twice in the same time. Now the shielding is gone, so let's take a shot at their engine bay. At this point in time, I'm really not scared of their weaponry. There we go. Their engines have completely been taken out. They won't be able to escape at all. So we're going to go back onto their shields. Which they are going to get back, but it's not so much of a problem. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. Very nice indeed. Shipwreck spotted. You quickly salvage what you can. The outpost hails you. The pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. There we go. Very nice indeed. And there we go. Now we can just travel over here. It's just out of their zone of influence. And we're going to go. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. It looks like this beacon is home to a rebel checkpoint. They're stopping and searching any ship that passes through. Civilians are being harassed and Federation members are detained. The rebels haven't noticed you yet. We can fend for ourselves, attack and escape. We can bribe the rebels to release the civilian ships, or we can shut down all non-vital systems and stay hidden. Now guys, we are going to be good guys in this one. We're actually going to see if we can bribe them to release civilian ships. Like most rebels, these men are just trying to get by in a rough galaxy. They take a scrap and let everyone continue their journeys. How very nice of them indeed. Contact the civilian ships. One of the civilian ships contacts you and reveals they are Federation loyalists. And eavesdropping rebel swoops in, destroys the ship, and turns to attack you instead. How very nasty of them. Now, let's see what they got. This is a beam drone, which does the same as any other beam weapon. They'll just do a quick burst through the ship if there are no shields. And now, they do have a rocket rocket system, which means they will ignore the shields with that one, and if they actually target the shields, we will be in quite a predicament. So we are going to focus weapons all the way through on this one. Maybe even take away one engine power and take away their shields as well. Alright, they took a shot at our weapon systems. Now we are going to shoot at their weapons with our rockets as well, just to make sure that we don't take any more unnecessary damage. There we go. And they still don't have any weapons, so they're not doing any damage to us anymore. We're just waiting for the burst laser to get charged up again, and then we're going to take a shot at their shields. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Now, we're going to try and stop this by way of the Artemis cannon shooting at their engine bay. In the meantime, we're going to charge our weapons to fire at their weapon systems. Just to try and keep them in there, because every combat you want to make the most of. If you get into combat, you want to get there. And we destroyed them just before they charged off. Very nice. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. And we just made everything back that we spent on bribing the rebel fleet, which is very nice. Alright, this is what the overworld map looks like. We start here as every playthrough starts, and then we're gonna choose anything that's connected to one of the nodes that we go to. And every node has their own meaning. Civilian sectors tend to be a little bit nicer to us. Hostile factions have a lot more combat, and Nebula has a lot of different sort of events, and a lot of stuff that's hidden is in the game is in there as well. And at the very end, we're going to have a boss fight of sorts. Now that's going to be safe for next time, guys. Thank you a lot for watching. I hope you like this game as I like it. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Leave a comment if you want to. It's all for repetition, because who watches these videos anyway, guys? Until next time, guys. See ya!